Hey guys, welcome to Red Balloon Films, welcome to Movie Chats, and today we're going to chat about Batman movies. And guess what? Batman kills. We can't hide from it, it happens. Batman has killed in pretty much every medium there is. He's killed in comic books, past, present. He will kill in future comic books. He's killed in just about every single film he's ever been in. Ben Affleck's Batman and BVS did not invent Batman killing. And he's killed in cartoons. Okay? So he does kill, right? The notion that Batman doesn't kill is a very, very, very silly notion, right? First of all, if Batman is not allowed to kill, it can't kill, then you restrict the writers completely, right? And you have to write him out of every situation. Also, if you say Batman can't kill, he can never kill, then technically speaking, he can never throw a punch. Because any time you get into any physical conflict, any punch, even pushing someone, can result in their death. So you can't punch somebody. You can't kick somebody. You absolutely can't throw somebody off a floor or through a window. And then also have a rule, nobody can ever die if in conflict with Batman. Here's the thing. Batman doesn't murder. But he does kill. And he can kill. And as much as he will always try and not kill, sometimes it either has to be done or it can't be avoided. And there are loads of examples of this. We're not even going to go into the original age of comics when Batman would kill. We're not even going to go into the newer comics where Batman will kill within the JLA. He has fought parademons, he has fought otherworldly living beings, and he has killed them. We're also not just going to talk about Elseworld films, like in the image I showed where Batman snaps Joker's neck, or Batman kills other beings or other people. And then the argument the comic book purists would have is that, well, it's an Elseworld comic, you know? It's not canon. You can't say it's an Elseworld comic, that it's not canon, and then also complain about Batman killing in the films. Because Batman in the films are Elseworld. Every single Batman film that you've ever seen is an Elseworld film. It's not canon to any comic book story. Sometimes it'll be inspired by a comic book story. It'll try and tell or do a retelling of one of the comic book original stories, but they're all Elseworld characters. The Keaton Batman doesn't live in the same world canon with the Bale Batman. The Bale Batman isn't canon with the George Clooney Batman, who isn't canon with the Val Kilmer Batman, who isn't canon with the Ben Affleck Batman. They're all their own universes in which Batman exists. They're all Elseworld stories. So if your only argument for, well, Batman can kill in Elseworld comics because they're Elseworld, well, then Batman can kill in films because they're also Elseworld. They're their own isolated stories that are created for the purpose of film. I'm not going to talk too much about comics. This is a movie chat. I love movies. I like comic books. I read comic books. I'm in the middle of creating a graphic novel. But I want to talk about the movies. People complained about Ben Affleck's Batman, saying he killed. Here is some things to understand. Ben Affleck's Batman is a Batman who's at the end of his journey. He's been Batman for 25 years in Gotham. He has seen things. He's seen good men become bad. He has seen bad men stay alive and become worse. Throughout the entire film, we know that Ben Affleck's Batman wasn't always this way. Alfred is constantly telling us, so falls the House of Wayne, when good men become cruel. He's telling Bruce, you're falling and going down a path you shouldn't. Right? Bruce is suffering from massive PST, right? Post-traumatic stress syndrome. He's suffering from the death of Robin, which is alluded to in the film. He's suffering from the events of Man of Steel, losing his employees, losing and seeing that destruction and devastation. So he is constantly falling and becoming an alcoholic, making wrong decisions. He is a Batman that is on the cusp of becoming truly evil. Becoming Joe Chill, the person who killed his parents. Okay, and I'm not going to get into the whole Martha scene. This isn't a debate about BVS. This is just a discussion on Batman Kills. I want to just lay the foundation that in BVS, there is a reason. It's a redemption story of the heart of Batman. In the film, Bruce Wayne is becoming consumed by the Bat. He's losing his humanity. This is depicted in the dream sequence when he's literally consumed by a Man-Bat. Right? I mean, it's not just subtle hints. The film bashes you over the head with the fact that Bruce Wayne is losing his humanity to the Batman. And then his faith in humanity is restored by the sacrifice of Superman, whom he nearly kills. Now, the reasoning behind his fall is so that he can rise and become the hope that the earth needs, right? In other Batman films, Batman kills and nobody blinked an eyelid, right? Let's talk about Keaton's Batman. He probably killed more people than anybody in all the Batman films. He not only kills a clown, he literally straps a bomb to a clown who, by the way, is unarmed, right? This clown doesn't have a gun. He's not behind a machine gun or a Gatling gun, right? He's not sitting there with lasers. I mean, the clown is unarmed. And Batman kills him because he is too physically imposing for him. That he can't actually take him down, and therefore kills him. Not only does Batman kill him and blow him up, he smiles about it. That's the least Batman thing I've ever seen. And nobody complains. In fact, Keaton is declared the best and greatest Batman that there is to date in some polls. Yet he kills more people than anybody, and he smiles about it. Right? The man was unhinged. And he was starting out. He was just normal Batman. He wasn't at the end of his career or anything crazy like that. We see Batman, if we look at Bale, probably one of the worst examples of Batman killing. Bale's Batman, when he's told to execute the thief and whatever murderer that they have tied up, Bale refuses. He says, I'm not an executioner. That's what separates me from them. Right? He won't murder because Batman doesn't murder. But he absolutely kills because 5 seconds later, Bale sees explosives, trying to use them as a distraction so he can escape. He blows up the temple, right? He literally sets the explosives off, killing a bunch of League of Shadows, killing the first Ra's al Ghul, or the distraction Ra's al Ghul, whatever you want, right? He's dead. And you'll be like, oh, well, he didn't really kill him directly. He blew up the fucking building, right? Are you honestly telling me that I could walk into a building, right, look around, purposefully shoot or explode the gas system or the heating system within that building, and then say, well, I didn't kill the people in it, the explosion did. The falling debris killed them. It wasn't me. It had nothing to do with the fact that I blew it up, right? Bale blows up the temple, he kills a bunch of League of Shadows. He's not even Batman at this stage, and he's killed Ra's al Ghul. Then he becomes Batman. Not only then does he kill more, he kills Ra's al Ghul II in not just a battle. He kills him with premeditated murder. This is actually murder. He sets Gordon off to destroy the tracks. Bale gets onto the train. He speeds it up, knowing the tracks are going to be destroyed. He destroys the brakes, preventing any chance from stopping the train reaching the tracks that he knows are going to be destroyed, and then leaves and hides behind this veil of, I'm not going to kill you, I'm just not going to save you. Save him from what? Save him from the train crashing in an accident that you've caused? Let's try to tell this in a different way. I'm in court. I'm in court for murder, right? I locked the doors of a house, poured gasoline everywhere, lit a fire, nobody could get out, and then I left them to die. I didn't kill them, I just didn't save them. That's my excuse in court, right? That's my defense. I didn't kill them, I just didn't save them. Do you think that's going to go down well? Right? From a writing point of view, this was easily avoidable. They could have been on the train. They could have been fighting. Who wanted the train to get to the water station? Raz. So why didn't they just have Ra's al Ghul speed up the train, destroy the brakes. Therefore, he would have caused the crash that he dies in. And then Bale saying, I'm just not going to save you, is kind of okay at that point. Because he didn't cause it. But that's not what happened. Bale speeds up the train. Bale destroys the tracks. Bale destroys the brakes. And he causes the train to crash and leaves Ra's al Ghul to die in it. That is not only murder, he knows it's going to happen in advance. It's actually part of a plan, which he has Gordon now an accomplice to murder. That's probably one of the worst things I've seen. Then he kills Two-Face. Then he kills Talia al Ghul. And he kills other people within the third film. So don't tell me Batman doesn't kill. The Bale trilogy and the Nolan trilogy is one of the most celebrated comic book trilogies of all time. It is a masterpiece of filming. Batman Begins is one of my favorite comic book films of all time. The Dark Knight is clearly an unbelievable work of art with issues, like every film. But the notion that Ben Affleck invented Batman killing, and that Batman shouldn't kill, when Keaton killed, when Bale killed, when Ben killed. I think Val Kilmer actually also had a death in his Batman films. The only one that didn't kill was Clooney. And I don't think we need to talk about that. So Batman kills. That's it. The only reason he stopped killing was because in America, they banned publications from having superheroes kill. Right? They basically censored them from doing it. And then the shackles were taken off and they continued to make him kill again. So again, he does murder if you're, Bale, Christian Bale, his Batman murdered. But he tends not to murder. He tends to try and avoid killing when possible. But in the comic books, in the cartoons, and in pretty much every film, Batman is killed. Now, you've got The Batman, which I don't particularly like very much. And apparently in that, he doesn't kill. Except he destroys a highway with loads of explosions. You can't do that. And then just write, no one died. Right? Because you're, as Batman, you can't envisage destroying a highway and all these cars and creating all these explosions and then just get lucky that nobody died. If you're putting yourself in that situation, if you're creating that kind of a mess, you have to accept the fact that people may die and that you're trying to fight for the greater good. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Put your thoughts below in the comments. Like, subscribe. More movie chats on the way. And as always, just to let you know, episode 2 of Little Bastards is on the way. This cartoon series is going to be the flagship of the channel. It's the most important thing to me for this Red Balloon channel, the Little Bastards. But we will have more movie chats. We will have the football show, the Man United football show, as the season begins with a 1-0 win over Fulham. We will also have some retro gaming and gaming that I'll upload because I just need to take a break every now and again. And what better way than to have a little fun with some games. So please, if you like anything that I've just mentioned, like, subscribe, and again, let me know your thoughts below. Batman killing. Never liked it. Don't want it to happen. Don't care. Let me know.